Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds, and today we are going to be showing you part 1 of our 12 games of Christmas. But before we begin, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
That's right, so we have 4 games ready for a mini review. So we're kind of going to talk a little bit about what the game is, what our initial thoughts were, and whether or not it has earned its spot in our collection.
And these are all games from our backlog.
Yes.
Which is huge.
Yes. So game number 1. This was a Kickstarter NES game, Tapeworm Disco Party. So this is a puzzle game for the NES. I really enjoyed the music.
When you told me that at first, you're like, this music is awesome. I'm like, he's being sarcastic, right?
You don't like the music?
It's game music. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
but
like, I mean, it's kind of.
It's a little funky, a little disco-y.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like when you played that drafting game, was it NBA 2K19?
Mm-hmm.
That one, I really liked the music on that, but that used like
this
R&B
is NES. That is Xbox One.
I would say, oh yeah, that's got a really good soundtrack, but this is like, boop beep boop boop beep. I'm not like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna note the music in this one.
She doesn't appreciate the old school music. So basically, you live in a cassette tape, and you are a tapeworm, and you need to gather these musical notes and help fleas get vials of blood while dodging spikes and enemies. And there's warps, and there's like fast slime, and so it's a puzzle game. There's 100 levels in this. I have beat the first 75.
Then you say the code that brings
right,
you back
yeah.
up. So.
Basically, there's a code before each level, so you can do that. I'm sure you could probably find them on the internet if you got stuck. I thought the graphics looked pretty decent for an NES game. I thought the music was good for an NES game. The problem I have with this game is it's just a puzzle game. Mm-hmm. So I feel like once I've got 25 more levels to go, once I do that, I think it's going to be tough to play it again.
Because you'll have solved all the puzzles.
Right.
You'll know how to solve them each time.
Right. Now, you may not remember
it's not like
everything.
Tetris.
Right. Tetris, the pieces come out randomly, so it's sort of a new puzzle each time. This one, you're going to do that same puzzle over and over and over. Now, I'm sure with enough time, you'd forget them. But I think as you start playing it, it'll start coming back to you, somewhere buried deep in your subconscious. So has Tapeworm Disco Puzzle earned its spot in our collection? No, unfortunately not. I'm going to finish those last 25 levels, and then I'm going to let someone else enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to sell it or give it away.
It's not that it's not fun. It's just
it's a lot of fun. Shot. Really, really enjoyed it. But again, once you know, it sort of reminds me of an escape room. Like, once you know the code to the escape room, is the escape room still fun? Probably not. So, up next, we have Song of Horror on the PS4. This is a survival horror game in which you cannot fight the evil presence or the ghosts. You are investigating what happened. When the evil presence or ghost comes for you, you need to hide. You need to push on the doors, and kind of like, you'll see, like, it almost looks like Venom symbiote.
Yeah,
kind of coming through the door, and you're fighting it, but bigger than Venom symbiote. And sometimes, like, the whole room will just start turning black and smoky, and you need to hide. I could see some people not liking this because there is permadeath, and I don't want to say one-hit kills, insta kills.
Yeah.
You walk into a room, no matter what you do, there's literally nothing you can do. You die. In Chapter 1, there are 4 characters. Once all 4 of them die, the game's over.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I thought I heard you reading about how you could just, as you regenerate each time, it's a new character each time.
You can put it on easy mode, and that gets rid of permadeath. So, but it's not a new character each time. So I think what she's talking about is each chapter there's a new group of people. Mm-hmm. So I finished Chapter 1, I'm playing Chapter 2 now. The people that died in Chapter 1 are not back. I don't know if they would have been back for Chapter 2's availability. So each chapter, new people are added that you can use. But death is permanent, and death is, in several cases, unavoidable. You will check an item, you will die. There will be no signs.
You'll know not to check it in the future.
There's no signs or warnings that you shouldn't have checked this item. There are doors you walk into, you die. Mm-hmm. Now they say there's a way you can kind of listen in on the door, which
it's super quiet, and the fact that we have 2 young kids, it's really difficult to tell whether it's the TV or potentially just one of our kids making a noise.
Right. And then, like, so the one door I found that had this, there was a woman crying on the other side. Mm-hmm. But then later on, or it might have been before this, anyways, in that same house, there's another woman crying, and you have to go up and interact with her. So that doesn't totally seem fair. And there's all these creaks and squeaks in the house, and so I don't know if that's the best way I don't know how you change that. Some people wouldn't like that. I like that. I think that makes for a better story.
Makes it scarier.
It makes it much scarier. You just walk into a door.
We always have to watch something positive after
I watch a comedy after I play this game.
Because it'll give you nightmares.
It's very scary. Creep, dark storylines. It's a lot of fun. Has Song of Horror earned its spot in our collection? Yes. This is a blast. Sometimes it gets so scary I'm like, I need to stop. I'm gonna go ahead and save.
Turn it off. Alright, I'm done being scared for today.
Just every once in a while you're walking around, like the whole room's shaking, and your character's like, I gotta get out of here, and you're like, is he being facetious, or is something about to kill me?
Right. And you just don't know.
There was this one time that the darkness took over the room, and I had an object that I needed to destroy, so I just ran to the spot that I needed to destroy it, but the character's like, no, I'm not ready to do this now, or now's not the time. And so I'm like, oh crap, I thought that would stop it. Like, you sort of had 10 seconds to destroy this item. But in reality, it wanted you to hide. And when you hide, like, all these, like, faces are around you, and you got this quick time event where you need to time your heartbeat so you can slow it down. It's fun. It's scary, but I could see some people not liking the permadeath and the insta-kills.
I would be frustrated with the insta-kills if I was playing it.
I guess I'm a glutton for punishment.
That's why you married me.
That's true. So those are our 2 video games. Up next, we got 2 board games. So first, we will go Codenames Duet. or Duet.
Do it.
This, we love Codenames. Codenames is a great party game.
Yeah, and we have the Disney version for the kids.
Right. So we got the Disney
like
version, the regular version, and now Duet. You're still working with the same spread of cards. I have some that I need her to guess. She has some she needs me to guess. You work together to solve it. I don't think we've actually beat this yet, have we? Or do we beat it the very first time and then lose every other time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we've beat it at least once.
Okay.
But it can get really tricky because you only have so many turns to get all of the cards in the, I guess, revealed.
Right, yeah.
Or removed. And so you only have so many rounds to do that. And so you try to give out clues for as many cards as you possibly can, but it's kind of like there are sometimes you just don't know how to relate to or three things that are just...
So basically it's all single word clues and you give a single word hint. So if you want to connect fork and knife, you could say utensils.
Right.
That's pretty easy. But if you have to connect fork and dog, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What one word?
You only have one turn left.
Right. What
and you
word?
have to connect two words that mean nothing to each other.
But and there is insta kills in this too. If they guess the assassin, game over, you're done, or you can run out of time. There is also a little bit of a kind of a campaign where there's all these different stipulations and all these different points on the map that you try to do, which I thought was really cool. But also the great thing about this is you can mix all these together. And I don't know if I'd mix, because Disney is pictures. Yeah. But you could take this cards, like the clue cards, and put it with the other Codenames
just
games.
The regular
or you could do all Disney as well. So, has Codenames Duet earned its spot in our collection? Yes. We love Codenames.
It's a really quick casual game.
Right. If you've had a long day and you still want to play something but you don't want to think too much, it's quick, it's easy setup, easy clean up. There's not bunches of pieces and tokens and counters to think of. You know, I think we probably played this.
We played it
20 or 30 minutes. Well, it says 15 on the box.
Yeah, we played it I think 3 times in one evening.
Right.
Which
is really nice for us.
Yeah.
So that's probably a 15-minute average.
Yeah.
It's great. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The last game.
I picked this game out.
More recent ones.
Yeah.
You didn't buy it.
I didn't buy it, but I picked it out.
Lost Ruins of Arnak.
So this game, I was it looked so much fun because it's got all these different mechanisms in it that I truly enjoy. It's like worker placement.
It's got deck building, worker placement, resource management,
and so
hand management.
But at the same time, I didn't think about
tracks.
how I was like, oh, it's got all these different components that I like, but I didn't think about how intimidating that might be because you're really doing a bunch of different things, in each round. So we were very, very lucky to get to play this with 2 other people who had played it before.
Yes, and the Meeple Society. They've got their own
check
YouTube
out their channel.
I'll try to remember to link it in the description. But, they came over. They taught us this game.
Which saved us a ton of time.
I suck at reading rule books. I think we would play more board games if I could, just put my hands on the box and absorb all of the instructions. I've been working on that power. I'm playing with some toxic waste while holding board games in my hands.
If the game doesn't go the way you want it, you're very quick to grab that rule book. Let me see. I don't know.
Yeah, because if I'm losing, we're doing something wrong because I'm the best.
So this game definitely did have a lot of different elements to it, and But that still didn't make it any less fun, especially, like I said, working with people who had already played it before, who
Right.
taught us, which is so much nicer.
Right.
And so it ended up it was a really fun game.
So you were basically competing adventurers trying to find different treasures, different technologies, sort of explore this uninhabited island. Found traces of a great civilization. So an expedition to explore the island, find lost artifacts. At the end of the day, ultimately you're trying to get points. Whoever has the most points wins, and there's a variety of ways to do that.
So many different ways that you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays at 2. They've played it at 4 and at 2, and they thought that 4 was a little more cutthroat, where you kind of run out of room to put your people, and kind of gets a little tighter.
And we haven't played it with 2, but
Right.
as we were playing it, I was saying this might be more enjoyable at 4.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a game that it feels like it should just be more enjoyable at 4 rather than 2.
right. So has Lost Ruins of Arnak earned its spot in our collection? Yes. Another yes. So we went 3 out of 4. This game's a lot of fun.
It's a heavy game.
I saw on Etsy that they had these, and I believe Katie mentioned it. It's like upgraded gold pieces and then mini compasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't as expensive as I was thinking it was going to be.
She was talking about the mini compasses.
And so I thought about picking that up. It's a lot of fun. I do want to play it a couple more times. And
It is a long game.
it is long. It says 30 minutes per person, so theoretically a 4-player game takes 2 hours. 2 players only takes 1 hour. So that could speed it up.
But I think it took us 3 or 4 hours.
Well, they also had to teach it.
Right.
So
And setup also takes a long time.
It's a
because
big
there's
game.
a lot of stuff to it.
It's a big game. So let us know in the comments section if we should do playthroughs, full in-depth reviews of any of these games. If any of these games you're kind of still on the fence about, this little mini review kind of piqued your interest, but you want to get the full review, let us know. All these games are fun. Tapeworm, I think after you solve the puzzle, you gotta let someone else solve it. But I still really enjoyed the game. And until next Friday, hope to do another group of 4. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I had an elf joke in my head, and then I immediately forgot it. It looked like an elf.
Oh. Maybe get my ears out.
You want to sit on Santa's lap later?
Maybe.
A&W root beer. Hit me up.
Ugh.